Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us we have the GE model number 7-2826A. This is a classic AM/FM portable radio from 1982. Rocket, yeah. Kind of a Def Leppard thing. You can find these on sale, eBay, between $20 and $30. Last I looked, they had 5 or 6 listed. Great deal. I got mine for $25. It required some cleaning. Not a big deal. I'll kind of go over what I cleaned on it. Very easy to take apart and work on. So if you're looking for that, it is easy to service. So let's go over dimensions of this radio. We're 8 inches in length. We have a height of 6.5 inches. That includes the handle. And we have a depth from the front of the tuning knob to the back of the radio at 2 3/4 inches. So it's a fairly good sized radio, but still small enough to take anywhere. Loving it. So let's look at the size comparison. I always bring out a few little radios. CC Pocket in the house. Nice. We have CC Skywave SSB single sideband. Yeah, everybody has to have single sideband, definitely. I once in a while like to listen to hams, but not all the time. Anyway, yeah, for size and then frequency checking, we'll use this. We do the AM band. I'm going to do a full AM evening and daytime medium wave band scans for this radio because it's that good. It's that sensitive. And the current time here is 11:25 p.m. That's Central Standard Time, and I'm near Chicago, Illinois, USA. There you go. And of course, if you don't have those two fantastic radios, we also have a deck of cards. Fantastic Iron Man. Iron Man, he's the man with the master plan. He loves radios from GE land. He's Iron Man. What's going on in the 80s, man? I wonder if Iron Man had one of these radios. Probably not, but, Tony Stark, rich kid. All right, cool. So let's go over features of the 2826A. Yeah, right away, you can just tell 80s vibe to it. Left-hand side of the radio, nothing going on. We do have this handle that's molded in, and they kind of kept the design element going down the side, which is okay. It's different. Didn't really need to do that, but it's cool. Definitely a beefy handle on top there. Going to the front of the radio, you can see we have that 80s-esque style dial with this cubed grid format. It's pretty awesome. Top, we have FM, AFC, automatic frequency control, so you lose sensitivity to selectivity. Depends. I don't mind. I'm not a DXer on FM, so not a big deal for me. AM, different story. I like a DX, and you can with this radio, which is awesome. Log scale in the middle there, awesome. And the bottom there, of course, says AM band. It's the older, before we went to 1710, we're at 530 to 1620 is average. This radio peaks out around 1640 to 1650. There you go, two-way power, has AC cord, or it runs on 4 AA batteries. I like that. I like having options. Speaker grill here, it's all plastic front, and it's got kind of a cool bronze copper color treatment. There is a 3-inch speaker here. It has very bright sound on music, so you have to turn it down, otherwise it might hurt the ears when the tone is on high. When I go to low on music, the tone is a bit too low for music, so I'm going to leave it on high for now, and if it's too much, I'll turn it low. That was one of the items I had to fix. It was scratchy, and actually when I went to low, it didn't engage. It stayed on high, so that wasn't fun. But now this works perfectly. Took the radio apart with 4 screws, and you can get to everything pretty much. I take 2 more screws to get to this front switch, but I had to do the volume pot. I used the Oxic fader formula for the volume potentiometer. I used the Oxic D5 for the switches, the front switch here and the back band switch, which you'll see in a second. But yeah, tuning knob right in the front, very smooth, all analog. I love it. Nice dial indicator and a fairly accurate dial here. You'll like that. And of course our tone control, like I mentioned. On AM band, low sounds fantastic. So on AM, it'll be on low all the time. Talk radio sounds perfect with that. Right inside of the radio, we have the volume control. Like I said, this was real scratchy, and as you can hear, it's not scratchy anymore. Beautiful. Yeah, that fader formula works good. It's expensive, but it's worth having if you have old radios and you service them quite often. Built-in handle on top here. On the back, we have our FM antenna. That extends out to 23 inches. Doesn't swivel, just goes straight up, which is kind of annoying. It does that because, yeah, you can't pivot. You have to kind of move the whole radio to get your station for FM. But yeah, so that's 23 inches. Beautiful. As you can see here, it says warning. Don't open it up or you get zapped. There's your band control, FM, AM switch recessed in a little hole there. Here we have our power cord behind this little AC compartment. And you'll hear this when I'm moving it around the table because these little tabs stick out. But there it is, permanently wired, which is nice, so you won't lose the cord. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and snap that back in. The cord, of course, comes out that little area there. Going to the bottom, it has a, let's see, yeah, model number, where it was made in Hong Kong, yeah. Here we have, yeah, runs on 4 AA batteries. Earphone jack for single ear listening. And then behind here is a, I don't know if I can get this off. I can't. This is pretty difficult to open up. Okay, there's 4 AA batteries and a holder with a 9-volt connector attached to it. So that's what that looks like. Pretty simple. This is not going to open up. It's really tight fitting. But that holder I had to replace because it was corroded really bad. A nice thing is that you can pick them up cheap on eBay. I think it was like $1 a piece for these little 4-cell 9-volt connected battery cube things, the whole 4 AA's. So you can find them pretty easy. But just, yeah, pretty simple. When you see a 9-volt connector inside a radio and it looks bigger than a 9-volt would hold the area, it probably holds a 4-cell pack. And always look right here to see what it holds on your radio. That way you just don't hook up a 9-volt to it. All right, cool. So we're done with the back. Yeah, so loving this radio. It's so much fun. Let's talk about FM reception, and we'll turn it on and have some fun. FM reception report. I like to test the radio, go through the entire band, log each station, checking for tropospheric ducting and E-skipping, and if there's nothing going on, I definitely do my testing, so it's fair to all the radios I've tested. Being an older 1980s radio, all analog, this is a nice smooth analog sound. You typically, and is AFC engaged, you typically have lower scores. This did pretty good on sensitivity. I gave it a good, found 60 stations. That's not bad at all. Average analog radio from the day. The smaller GE gets about 48 stations. So I think the extra length of the antenna helped this one out. 23 inches is above average on a radio, which is nice. And then, of course, selectivity, I give it an okay to good. So that's a 2.5-star rating on the selectivity and a 3-star rating on good on the sensitivity. So fair, okay, good, very good, excellent. If you're looking for a radio that's excellent, Sangean tends to be close to the excellence on FM, if that's your thing. So Sangeans are more of your digital radios and more modern. So, of course, you can always check out my videos. Just search todderbert Sangean, Sangean, for FM. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn this one on. Old school GE. It's always good to have an old radio on hand. I like it. So right now we're listening to Radio Todderbert on 97.7. And what it is a C-Crane FM transmitter 2. Transmitting on that frequency, 97.7. You can adjust it. As you can hear, I'm detuning it. Let's get back on frequency. There we go. I have it hooked up to an MP3 player, a Sony playing some royalty-free music from YouTube. And I'll show you those as we play it. All right. Just for a few minutes, and then we'll cruise the bands, see what this thing can do. Yeah. Low doesn't sound as good for music.
this, you crazy mother...
Get real quiet. Nice. Okay, cool. So we'll go ahead and just lower the volume. We'll turn off the FM transmitter. Turn off the MP3 player. Okay, cool. So yeah, I was trying to fish out a wire for the FM reception. I'm going to use this since I'm in a subfloor basement to get a little FM reception. Otherwise, we won't hear anything. So we're actually going to do an FM band scan. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, we're going to go quick on the AM band because I'm going to do full dedicated band scans on the AM band. With FM, though, I can't hover on music, but I can hover on like ads and talking, and it should be fine. So let's go ahead and clip this wire on. It's like a 12-foot wire going to my inside of my window, so it gets up to the away from the inside and to the window to get some reception. Let's clip this on here. All right, cool. Let's see what we can hear on the FM band. Is it hooked down there? Yep. Okay. So let's go ahead and turn it on. We'll go to the bottom. Yep. So turn this up. It's a low power station, 8775. We have one here in Chicago.
Wow. Wow. Is this the first time you've ever really processed this like the way you're doing it right now? Have you ever shared this with anyone else?
Well, I think I've talked about it a lot, but recently I was talking about something. This girl and I were talking about it. My brother and I were very close. In my family growing up,
Sign up at todayintheword.com.
Sports news with a rather bizarre and rather awful twist for some sports people, Isaac.
Yeah, a group of Ghanaian wheelchair tennis players were attacked earlier on this week by gunmen in...
It's too hard for you. How much is too...
This week by gunmen in Nigeria.
Si existe fraude, fallas técnicas o cualquier otro factor más allá de nuestro control, podemos...
with zero downtime.
Into Writers in the Round, a beloved Nashville tradition where everyone takes turns sharing stories and performances with one central theme.
The true and timeless gospel.
Is that I'm sorry. Plans, bed and breakfast, getaway weekends.
Nothing can stop this burn.
Fans up to $6,000 in minutes.
Right on YouTube or wherever you listen.
Broadcasting live from the James & Sons Diamond Ring Studios. Listen everywhere. Download the Q101 app on your phone and take Chicago's alternative with you wherever you go. Now, back.
Celebrate ourselves, our culture, and our impact on the world.
Always rooting for the anti-hero.
And I'm gonna put in 166.7% effort too.
Oh, I'm proud of you.
No one's ever been proud of me.
This is banking a Fifth Third better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association member FDIC.
ACP. Walmart Family Mobile is supported by the Affordable Connectivity Program and Lifeline Government Assistance Programs. Please visit myfamilymobile.com/ACP for more information.
Way too little. There's never been a better... ¿Es bien pensando cómo pagar su deuda? Por favor, escuche atentamente. Este anuncio es para usted.
Chodzi nam taki sytuacjach, w których powiedzmy nasze bliskie nam osoby są smutne albo są radosne.
Gubernamental y sin fines de lucro. Recuerde que no compartimos su información con nadie.
Okay, there you go. Get a basic idea. Way better sounding when the antenna is extended, not using this wire, and I'm upstairs away from the basement. So definitely an old analog radio, you got to be in a better reception area, usually near an outside wall, preferably away from being underground. Okay, let me get my antenna. There we are. All right, cool. So let's go to the AM band, which I'll switch in the vector. There we go. We're on AM now. Turn that down. I'm going to go all the way to the bottom of the band. We'll just do a quick, see what we can find. And yeah, hopefully find some distant stations real quick with it. And then we'll do final thoughts on the 7-2826A. Rocket! Yeah! It's awesome. All right, so we're going to low. I'll try to show you that and play with some talk radio. 540. That's 5:30 there.
The last administration set it on its right course and then hand it off to somebody else. I thought that's what he said.
So this radio employs a 3.5-inch ferrite antenna, which is nicely wound. It's got 2 coils, a main that's loosely wound, and an L2 coil, secondary coil for the upper part of the band, which is definitely tighter wound on its own little isolator ring. So it's really cool. It's built well. So I've opened up cheaper GE radios. This might be a premium one, I think, because of the tone control and the front tuning knob. Because I do have a lesser version, a cheaper one. It was like a budget one I reviewed a while back from the similar time frame. It's kind of same grid work dial. You might have seen it. And that one had a cheaper antenna in it. So this definitely is an upgrade. So definitely better for AM listening.
He hasn't set forth a course to hand it off to anybody, so of course he's going to run again.
All right. When we return, talking a little bit about how you can help Turkey and Syria.
Yeah, low is the way to go there. So 540 WAK Jackson, Wisconsin, 70 miles to the north. Right now it's pointed to the south, but of course that antenna is bidirectional. I'm just going to get my list here together. Right on. Okay, yeah. 400 watts at night. My list is nice. It's a little cheat sheet I keep to the right here. It has everything on it, and most everything. Try to keep it updated if I can't remember. Alright. Hopefully that music wasn't copyrighted, or it'll be a beep.
Satisfaction guarantee.
There's 550 KTRS, St. Louis, Missouri. That's pretty nice. That's a good pickup. I did pick that up in one of my band scans. 275 miles to the southwest from me.
Conservative Solutions.
Here's 560, the answer. WIND, Chicago. Local.
Guys, if you've noticed a lack of energy, motivation, and drive, it could be low T. Schedule your complete health assessment at Low T Center. They now offer the convenience of monitored self-inject at-home testosterone treatments for $155 a month cash pay or covered by most health insurance.
Keep me up a while, man. 6-6 scars, clean heat, glory lasts forever.
This should be KXSP 590, Omaha, Nebraska, 405 miles. We're talking sports, and that's typically what it is. I'm just going to see if I can pick it up with the Skywave single sideband. That's a nice little radio, but, you know, it's $170 nice versus $20, $25 nice. We got a winter storm coming through. Some big rain to the south. Or the crackling is coming definitely from weather events. Country music, 630, CFCO, Chatham, Ontario, 310 miles, 6,000 watts. Yeah, that's a pretty cool find. Just make it out. The better pulling power on the GE. Bigger antenna. If I turn the radio, picking up the storms to the south there, KYFI, 630, St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles, 5,000 watts.
Now, what are you doing for an occupation?
I'm a justice.
That's the fun of moving it around.
The Black Information Network.
640.
I'm John Marshall.
WMFN, Peatone, Illinois, 75 miles away, 1,600 watts at night.
Teacher is out of a job.
After an image was shown during a Black History Month segment featuring an orangutan eating a watermelon. One parent said to school district officials, this was too shabby.
Not too bad. JJ calling from Alabama. You're on CBS Sports Radio.
Hey, man, how you doing, bro? Go ahead.
10 TV.
Anger. I like your list because, you got to put radio on top. That's where it belongs. But I think David Elway belongs as a startup.
This image first appeared, the unnamed teacher submitted his resignation.
Just to get, he did go to 5 Super Bowls.
Okay, you can just make out some country music there. It's WSM 650 Nashville, Tennessee. When it's coming in stronger, it definitely will punch through past 640 and 670. Right now, 670 is in the way, unfortunately. But WSM does come in nice. You'll get to hear that in the band scans when I publish those. But Nashville, Tennessee, 434 miles to the south.
And they were able to pick things up at the end of his career. You mentioned Troy Aikman. You're saying that you had Troy Aikman, correct me if I'm wrong, you put him on the outside or you put him on the top 6?
Oh, no, I got to put him in the top 6, man. He took Dallas to the Super Bowl.
670 the score, WSCR, Chicago.
Yeah, but I think when you counter in his talent, yeah, he's a Hall of Fame QB. I can't take away from his accomplishment.
You are not alone. And way back in, a gambling addiction treatment center is here to help.
When you were betting,
Shot himself, then apparently told witnesses to call 911.
Okay, we're getting 700, I think. WLW, Cincinnati, Ohio. Just enter it in quick. Yep, WLW, Cincinnati, Ohio. This is 300 miles to the east.
Tip line at 770-443-3047.
History of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall. If you're allergic to pork or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints, call your doctor.
So you do lose a lot of selectivity actually with the big stations. There's 720 WGN Chicago.
Not 2 capsules, as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of cream.
I'm in the mix now, searching for the right spot.
Music there is CFZM 740, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles to the northeast.
And effective. Hands can do incredible things, but nothing compares to using them to help save a life. Find out more about
WSB
the method of CPR at handsonlycpr.org. A message from the American Heart Association and the Ad Council.
750 Atlanta, Georgia, 630 miles.
Stormed beaches and freed countries.
It could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing your doctor together. For more
WGR 760 Detroit, Michigan, 270 miles.
A message from the Alzheimer's
We can check.
Association and the Ad Council.
Okay, so you get the idea. I think I picked up 770 with this radio, but it was hard.
Welcome back. This is the Ben Shapiro Show. So the State Department is...
Almost nothing. That is so bad. Let them leave this earth without making peace with them. I still have peace with them.
Finality. It is also true.
Working along and there are a lot of things between us. But I'm
So in between, there's 3 stations you're hearing right now. The one doing the news is 770 WABC 750, or sorry, 750 miles on 770.
generally, I don't talk about my book on the program.
February 11th through the 20th at McCormick Place.
Join us at Odyssey as we all do our
780 WBBM Chicago.
for our planet. Raise a fine glass of wine to your sweetheart and the environment. First,
CKLW 800 Windsor, Ontario. It always comes in week, 270 miles.
That your children will be happy you walked in the door. Because a man who simply wants his family to be glad.
810 WGY Albany, New York, I believe. And we're almost done. We're just going to stop soon.
Men should instead just shut up and do as they're told. Men should focus on doing for others without being remotely affected by how they are treated.
There you go.
Talk about implausible. I mean, if my vision for man...
To the Vista Bondo and Grand Sale. You can take your pick. Get a gorgeous new Bondo shell on a 1+ acre home site for just $94.9.
820 WBAP, Fort Worth, Texas.
Forward line. Vista Ridge features 30 panoramic views.
810 miles.
Like central water.
And 820, nice.
Location to everything. Plus,
well, you touched on many important things, John. I mean, number one is the kind of the broader Amazon basin, which tends to be because
840 WHAS, Louisville, Kentucky, ground zero.
Not only vast parts of Brazil, but also within the Swiss.
I wish you would have said. Hey, no, you shouldn't say that. If he said Ebonics, he shouldn't have said that. But you have to. First of all, I didn't hear him say it.
Here's 850 KOA, Denver, Colorado. 890 miles to the west.
People making statements that are, and I correct them. If I heard that, I would have told him not to say that phrase. I'm sure I know him, the guy who said it, and I know he didn't mean anything by it, but I would have corrected him. I didn't hear it.
And I give you the graciousness of a gentleman to say, after having a couple bourbons, hey, that may have...
Okay, that's 840 WHAS. I think we're listening to 830 before. WCCO, Minneapolis, Minnesota, 310 miles. Cool.
I appreciate the call, man.
Let's see if we get 850.
I think I could tell he'd had a couple bourbons.
Thank you. But his point is, you need to call QC Kinetics now. Don't assume that steroids and surgery are your only option. Regenerative medicine can get you moving again with no downtime. Stop taking the pain meds and discover this.
Here's 850 KOA, Denver, Colorado, 890 miles to the west. Awesome.
This amazing treatment option is now available for people like you and me. Get a free consultation with local medical professionals.
That's coming in like a local. Sounds fantastic. It's always fun to tune at medium wave radio at night. Most radios do well. This one does exceptionally well. So let's go to the top of the dial. And we'll call it. But like I said, I'm going to have a full band scan. $1610 CHHA, Toronto, Ontario. Now we're topping out. 1630, 1650 coming in faint. Back to 1610. Okay, we're done. Cool. There it is, the GE 2826A. Hope you enjoyed the video. Give me a like if you did. 2, if you like GE radio, subscribe to the bell icon. And 3, comment below what you think about this analog bad boy. Will you rock it with this? Let me know. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Take care. And we'll see you in my next video.